It's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I am so happy you're back with me. Well, today is the day we get to read out of Disney's Nursery Rhymes and Fairy Tales, this book here. And I picked a story that used to be one of my favorites, because when I was a child, I wished that this was such a thing. Walt Disney's The Golden Goose. The Golden Goose. All right. Like I said, when I was young, I wondered if it was possible that this was true, that there was really a golden goose or a golden duck. I think a golden duck's the one I'd heard. Duck. Once upon a time, a woodcutter who had a son who was considered a little goofy. He was given the nickname Goofy. But as you shall see, Goofy had a kind heart, and he became happier and richer than the woodcutter and all of his other sons put together. One day out in the woods, Goofy met a little old man. "Will you share your lunch with me?" asked the little old man. "I'd be happy to," said Goofy. "You're kinder than your brothers," said the little old man. "When I asked them, they refused to share. Look under that bush and you will find your reward." It's hot. Under the bush, Goofy found a goose that had feathers of the purest gold. Goofy took hold of the goose's leash and set off to see the world. Soon he came to an inn. An inn is like a hotel, a place you can rent to sleep for the night. And he sat down for a meal. I guess they also had food. Now the innkeeper, Scrooge McDuck, took an instant liking to the golden goose. He longed to touch its golden feathers. Scrooge McDuck loved money. As soon as Goofy's back was turned, Scrooge reached out and touched the goose, but his hand stuck to the goose's feathers and he couldn't get away. Angrily, he called his three nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, for help. Huey tried to pull Scrooge away, but he stuck to Scrooge. Dewey tried to pull Huey away, but he stuck to Huey. And then Louie stuck to Dewey. Oh my. So Goofy went on his merry way with the golden goose and his friends trailing behind him. Then along came Minnie Mouse. "Oh, a new game," she cried, and took hold of Louie, and she was stuck. So Goofy took her along as well. When they came to the village, they met Ludwig von Drake. "This is a ridiculous sight," he cried. "Why are you stuck together? I think I know how to solve this silly situation." But no sooner had he grabbed hold of Minnie than he was stuck too. And yell and screech as he might, it did no good. Ludwig was still stuck. And so Goofy went on his way, followed by Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Minnie Mouse, and Ludwig von Drake. Now it so happened that the road led past a castle where there lived a sad princess who didn't know how to smile. Her father, the king, had tried everything to make her smile, but the poor princess just got sadder. Just as Goofy and his friends were passing by the castle, the princess looked out of her window and saw the strange sight. She stared in amazement, and then the most peculiar thing happened. Her mouth turned up at the corners, her eyes began to twinkle, and soon she was laughing so hard she could hardly stop. When the king saw what had happened, he invited Goofy and the others into the palace for tea and cakes. The king told Goofy he could have any reward he wanted. He was so happy. Goofy said he would like to have all his friends freed from the golden goose. Since kings could do anything, this was no problem. Then Goofy asked to be invited to the palace every Sunday for tea. He liked making the little princess laugh. And that is how Goofy, with his golden goose, became very rich and happy in spite of being a little goofy. Well, I like that story. The one I was thinking about was about a duck. And every day the duck would lay a golden egg. And I used to think, what would I do with so many golden eggs? Maybe I'll find a story like that one day. All right, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I hope you enjoyed this story. I know I sure enjoy reading to you. I want to pray blessings on you and on your family, in your house and out of your house, in the day and in the night. And whatever you do, keep dreaming, keep a story in your heart. I love you, I really do. But more importantly, God loves you. He always will. All right, good night for now.